Alright, apologies for any acoustic issues. I just moved back into my dorm, so the acoustics of the room are going to be like different to my house. So, you know, if there's any audio issues related to that, you know, that's why.
But what? No!
Shitty Roblox items.
But those white purdy!
Shitty Roblox items.
I need my...
Shitty Roblox items.
I need my...
Shitty Roblox items.
Need my...
Shitty Roblox
If I
items.
can't have my...
Shitty Roblox items.
Then no one can! Maximum output! Purple, air this bitch out! Everybody dying, me included!
So in my last actual video, I talked a bit about how the Roblox catalog right now has a big issue with sexual content, but there are a lot more issues on the catalog than just sexual content, and I want to talk about that today. So I think right now just about anybody can tell you that public UGC was a massive mistake for multiple reasons. Not only is it a very large liability giving this kind of power to people, and then basically not moderating it properly at all. And it's not even that difficult for the average user to find problematic content on the catalog. Literally all it takes is one click of the catalog button at the top of the page to immediately be bombarded with copyrighted content related to anime, SpongeBob, fucking like SML or some shit. I don't know. It's crazy. It's a wild west out there basically. And normally I'm a big supporter of basically letting people do whatever the fuck they want when it comes to creative endeavors like this, but this is a liability, frankly, and I'm surprised that Roblox hasn't decided that it's too much of a risk and had just completely shut it down. And even beyond the fact that this entire system is a complete liability for Roblox corporate, I think that the largest issue with the public UGC, in my opinion, has to be the complete and utter death of Roblox's art style altogether. Like, for example, the hairs that were popular about 10 years ago are completely different in style to the hairs that are popular today, with shit that essentially amounts to the same 3 hairstyles copied and pasted, but like slightly different with maybe like a couple hair follicles out of place every now and then people just fucking stack them on top of each other like it looks good. Spoiler alert, it doesn't look good. There seems to be a distinct lack of classic styled hairs on the catalog. The most you can find is like fucking the stuff that Nostalgic Designs Co. makes, and that's pretty much it. And let's not kid ourselves here. The hairs that Nostalgic Designs Co. made they kind of pale in comparison to the stuff that Roblox has actually made themselves like fucking a decade ago. It's really a shame. It feels like a lost art in a sort of way where we used to have really nice looking hairs and now it's all just the same fucking like emo slop. Pretty much everywhere you go, you see the same people wearing the same kind of hairstyle, and it sort of just grades on you. It makes you go fucking insane. Makes you think things. Makes you go a little bit loopy. You know what I'm saying? And frankly, I've had enough of it. I've had enough of the same generic fucking look that everybody has. It looks like shit. Headless, core blocks. It looks fucking terrible. It's the same kind of shit. Everybody's wearing it. Everybody who's like the fucking neo, like new gens who have joined, they all wear this same fucking shit, and it just looks terrible. And this is something I covered in a really old video of mine talking about the CNP trend, which is what I believe that this style is called. It just looks fucking god-awful. And I think a lot of the reason why this style seems to be so popular and prevalent right now is because it's basically everything that the catalog is pushing out right now. You click on the catalog page, what's the first shit you're recommended? A bunch of copyrighted anime cancer, a bunch of fucking like Roblox tits, and emo hairs and fucking all this like this shit that everybody else is wearing because that's what's being bought, and so it gets put into the catalog algorithm and gets fed to you. And this has sort of created this monopoly of sorts when it comes to the catalog, where there are people who want to find classic styled stuff, but they don't know where to look. Because trust me, it exists out there. There's some really nice stuff on the catalog, and I want to give some praise to it and give some shout outs, but we'll get to that in a moment. Because I really just want to talk about how insane the copyright infringement is on the catalog right now. Like, there's no way that some of this shit should be allowed. And I know if you go to, like, the fucking deleted items section of Rollimons right now, you'll probably find all of the things I'm talking about deleted as soon as this video drops. But, you know, it just comes right back, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not pretend like Roblox moderation actually does anything significant about these obvious liabilities, these fucking lawsuits waiting to happen. They don't. They take them down, they're gone for, like, maybe a fucking week or something, and then they're right back on the catalog. I mean, look at the high, awesome face that keeps getting back on the catalog every time it gets deleted. As funny as it is to have a weed reference on Roblox and have it be something you can purchase, it's obviously against TOS. And it's sort of embarrassing right now that Roblox is trying to do machine learning, AI, auto moderation, and it still is so fucking incompetent that it can't recognize the same shit that's being uploaded hundreds of times. Even when it gets taken down, it just comes back a week later. Like, how am I supposed to have any confidence in this AI moderation shit when it can't even recognize when stuff is coming back up that immediately after it gets taken down, you know? So not only are items like this a really bad look for the company in terms of its optics with this AI moderation shit that they're trying to push, but also it is a lawsuit waiting to happen. You can't escape this stuff. Inevitably, one of these anime studios is going to figure out that people are uploading fucking Gojo and Sukuna and fucking Naruto and Goku and all this shit onto the catalog constantly, and they're not going to be very happy about it. Or alternatively, maybe they'll want a piece of the pie like Netflix did. I think the fact that companies in America haven't sued Roblox for the obvious copyright infringement on the catalog is sort of surprising to me, and instead of doing that, they just decide to take down the items and then make their own official ones, which I guess is better than nothing, but let's not fucking beat around the bush here, guys. When they do release these official items, they suck dick. Like, you're not gonna get something like the Bob Top from fucking Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon's scared to drop the Bob Top. They're never gonna drop the Bob Top because they know the Bob Top would be too fucking good. It'd be their magnum opus. They wouldn't be able to live it down. But aside from accessories, what about faces? You know, Roblox faces, probably some of the most iconic items to ever be released on Roblox are the faces. Well, UGC faces are not very good, okay? A lot of them are really bad, frankly, and it's somewhat difficult to find nice-looking faces. It's like, for every 10 shitty, like, A10 jump-scare-free analog horror Roblox face that gets uploaded to the catalog, you get one really nice-looking classic face, like the vampire fledgling that I wear. For every epic face and epic vampire face copy, you get one bored. But ultimately, I think that the worst faces on the UGC catalog have to be the ones that try to be something unique and just end up being mediocre. And I'm talking about those cartoon faces. I fucking hate these things, okay? And I'm not saying I hate the style. I love Super Bomb Survival. I love Super Doomspire Brick Battle, okay? These are great games. They have very great looking art styles. I like them a lot. However, these art styles and this kind of style of face should only remain in games that have that kind of art style. When you put faces like this on the catalog for anybody to buy and use in any Roblox game, it just looks fucking terrible in any game that doesn't have a similar style. And that's my biggest point of contention with most UGC faces. You know, classic Roblox faces will fit into any Roblox game because that's the appealing art style that Roblox has built for almost 20 years now. But when you have these cartoony looking faces that were drawn by like fucking Twitter artists, they just don't fit alongside other natural looking avatars. It's the same issue a lot of people have with Arthro, but to a much lesser extent, because I think a lot more people can tolerate this style of face more than the uncanny valley of realistic Arthro heads. But in my opinion, both are just as bad as each other. If not, Arthro is a little bit worse. And don't even get me started on faces that are like dog whistles to fucking pedophile shit, like the boy kisser faces. I fucking hate these things. They're just awful. They don't fit anything, and it's obvious that anybody who wears this shit is like a degenerate. Save yourself the fucking disgusting looks that you're going to get from everybody around you in the server, and just don't wear this kind of shit. If you're going to want to wear like some furry stuff, wear something that Roblox made. There are plenty of animal faces on the catalog that Roblox has made themselves, and even some that have been made by UGC creators that look pretty good. You don't have to wear shit like this. It's fucking embarrassing. But I want to keep discussion about sexual shit on the UGC catalog pretty down to a minimum. I've already talked about it at length in my previous video. I don't really need to go over everything I already talked about again. Essentially what it all boils down to is that public UGC has allowed everybody to upload whatever they want to the catalog. And this is about as effective as letting anybody upload whatever fucking hat they want to Team Fortress 2. The impact this decision has had on the art style has been completely fucking detrimental. It is so fucking bad now. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people don't feel like they have many options when it comes to owning UGC items that are befitting of Roblox's art style. And right now, we're here. I'm going to give out some shout outs to people that I think deserve it. Alright, so first and foremost, we have my absolute favorite, my GOAT. This is my GOAT, everybody. This is my GOAT. Carkle Kane. I love the way you make classic faces. I love the way that your faces look like they come straight out of 2014. I'm gonna glaze Carkle Kane till the day I fucking die. His faces are some of the best looking shit I've seen on the catalog. Hands down, they're fucking great. I don't even care if these are like basically like two faces cut in half and put together. They look fucking fantastic. So he could be fucking stealing these from Roblox and just like stitching them together and like fucking basically YouTube pooping them or whatever the fuck, right? I don't care. They're so nice. They're so consistent with Roblox's art style. I think the only gripe I have is that maybe it's kind of trying a bit too hard to innovate with these eyebrows. They kind of look a little bit weird sometimes, but other than that, it's fucking magnificent. It's fucking magnificent. This is a great head. This is a fantastic head. And it only has 164 favorites. Nobody even knows this guy. No, I'm pretty sure like barely anybody knows Carkle Kane and doesn't even know that he exists. His fucking heads are amazing. They are really, really good. If you are looking for like 2014 style heads, fantastic work. Keep doing what you're doing. I love this shit. Right, once again, we got a GOAT alert. GOAT in the building. Absolute GOAT. He's the MVP, Beanie. I love this guy's faces. His faces are great. He makes some of the best looking like faces ever on the entire catalog. Hands down, there's no arguing this. And some of you may argue, you know, stuff like Vampire Fledgling, this is the one I wear. I love this face. You might argue, well, this isn't particularly classic looking in the sense that it doesn't follow the standard conventions of most Roblox official faces that are like classic faces. And I argue that this is an evolution of the style of classic faces. And I think it's a very nice evolution. I think it's a lot more stylistic. I think it looks great. His faces are great. Pretty much all of his faces are absolute hits, okay? Like, basically all of them. Fucking love his stuff. I love your stuff, Beanie. You make amazing faces. Keep doing it. Keep making amazing faces. I love your shit. I love your shit. Alright, so these guys are a little bit unorthodox. They're called phases. They make some really, really, really good, what I like to call like classic evolution style faces. These are very classic style faces, but they are very, very like heavily stylized in a really nice looking way. The only issue I have with them is because they aren't dynamic heads and instead are 3D like face accessories, you're going to have to equip a blank like face and then wear one of these on them, right? And if you are willing to spend like 100 Robux, depending on what the price floor is, like over 100 Robux for both the blank face and one of these guys' faces, I don't think you will be disappointed. They make really, really nice faces. They have numerous faces that reference the No Z face, which is one of my favorite Roblox official faces. They make really, really good stuff. I can't recommend their stuff enough. It's really good shit. It's really, really, really good shit. Now, this is somebody who I'm sure needs no introduction. Inf Chris. Inf Chris, we love you. All right, Inf Chris, we love you. All right, the shit you make is great. Some of it's misses when it comes to your heads. In fact, you've got mostly misses when it comes to your heads. But when you hit, you hit hard. Like tough guy. Really good face. Impressive enough. This face is great. He also made Inf 15 one of the best bundles of all time. Literally made R15 look good, which is fucking an incredible feat to do. It basically turns R15 into how it looks in the animated trailers that Roblox used to do. Looks fucking amazing. Inf Chris, you're a godsend. However, you get BTFO'd by Beanie. Your faces kind of fucking suck. Inf Chris, I'm not gonna lie, you gotta up your face game because your faces are kind of shit. But other than that, Inf Chris makes some amazing stuff. I wholeheartedly recommend you check out his bundles and his heads. Alright, so this one is Playtime Ya. A lot of his recent stuff, I think, frankly, looks like shit. I don't like any of these shitty, like, cartoon faces. I think they look bad. I don't think they fit Roblox at all. However, If you dare venture beneath these shitty toon faces, you will find some of the most goated with the sauce faces ever. These are some hidden gems. 1%er. Straight up. This is one of the best faces of all time. And I don't say that lightly, okay? But unfortunately, a lot of his faces are not very good. And 1%er is just about his only good face. There's this one, Humph. This one's pretty good for the ladies. This one's for the ladies. But for the most part, this guy makes, frankly, shitty faces. They're not very good. But it's very unfortunate that he decided to not pursue classic-looking faces because I think he's very good at it, especially with 1%er. Unfortunately, he makes a bunch of slop toon faces, which I think look really fucking bad. And I feel like a little bit of a dumbass because I forgot that Playtime Ya also made Imp, and this face is really good too. So now that you have some wonderful classic style faces made by the community, where are you supposed to go to find wonderful classic style clothes? And let me tell you, there's not a better place to go than Nostalgic Designs Co. These guys make some really nice looking stuff, even if it's kind of basic. That's basically the point. I believe that there is no better place for somebody to start if you're looking to make a classic style avatar than Nostalgic Designs Co. They have a wide variety of clothes. Their clothes all are very old school looking, and they're a great starting point for you to find other retro clothes. It's kind of hard to find retro clothes. If you want my honest opinion, I would say go into Retro Studio and go onto the catalog on Retro Studio and look at the 2D clothing there, because all of that stuff is pretty much period accurate for the most part when it comes to like what clothes and what styles were available at the time. There are a couple of people who specialize in classic style accessories like Retro Reworks. So we can take a look at Retro Reworks. And I kind of like Retro Reworks. However, I don't like all of their stuff. I think for the most part, it is wasted potential to make fake Valkyries and fucking star crowns and shit like that. They should be making things like visors, top hats, fucking Stetsons, make original stuff. It's hard to find classic original looking stuff, and Retro Reworks I think is a big missed opportunity, but they have some pretty good stuff. Other than that, it's actually surprisingly difficult to find classic style stuff. Again, just look at what Roblox has uploaded. If you really want classic style stuff, there's no better place to look than Roblox. If you're looking for UGC specifically, it's going to be pretty difficult, honestly. There's not one place I can really point to. You just kind of have to feel it out. And that's kind of unfortunate, but I can recommend a few people if you're looking for specific items. So first and foremost, we have Tix Clothing, and they made the classic sword that my character wears, and I think these swords look amazing. I actually own a lot of these swords. They're very, very nice, very much worth getting. But yeah, if you want good-looking sword fight on the heights swords, Tix Clothing make really, really good ones. My only complaint is that they named them a bunch of, they renamed the swords for some fucking reason. Like Venom Shank is now Venom Stalk, and it's really difficult to look these up because I know the names of the original swords, and when I want to show people these guys' swords, it's always named some fucking different name, and it's kind of annoying. Unfortunately, because of the difficulty, it's really difficult to find people who consistently upload very nice looking classic stuff, and I can't really find anybody in particular to recommend. But the saving grace of all this is that if you buy classic style items, or if you just continuously search them up, eventually Roblox will just recommend you classic style stuff when you click on the catalog homepage. So if you're interested enough in classic style items, you will find them. You will find more of them. If you guys have any recommendations for people who make nice classic style stuff consistently, put them in the comments. I want people to be pointed in the right direction as much as possible. And you leaving a comment recommending people means that more people will know that person, more people will buy that person's items, and maybe, just maybe, we will finally see more good-looking avatars and less shitty-looking avatars. But that's about it. Hope you guys have a great day. What the kids I make? What the fuck?